it a global coffee alliance, a landmark deal between the world's largest food company and the biggest coffee chain. Nestle is spending over $7 billion for the right to sell Starbucks products. The news is giving Nestle shares a jolt. It closed up around 1.5%. David Henke's beverage practice leader at Technomic joins me now from Chicago. Dave, thanks so much for being with us. I also understand you have worked with Nestle in Europe. And I understand Nestle's got a really strong coffee foothold in Europe, not so much in the U.S. Is this a game changer for the company?
Well, I think it is, and hello, and nice to be with you. I think when you look at Nestle's business, their coffee business, their Nespresso and Nescafe business, very strong over in Europe, and while they have a presence here, I think the Starbucks deal really is a win for them, and it really gives them an entree into the $80 billion food coffee market here in the United States. Now, again, they're already playing here, but with a strong powerhouse brand like Starbucks, this really gives them a huge boost, not only here, but also in Europe as well.
Okay, so just from a practical level, does this mean the little Starbucks pods will be able to go into the Nespresso machines?
That's exactly what it means. I think you know, the K cup here is sort of the standard, right? And when you get over in Europe, it's really the Nespresso machine. And so this gives Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks already has the K cups, and now what it gives Nestle is the opportunity to get into that market and expand into K cups as well as their own existing pods.
All right. What about Starbucks? What does it get out of this deal besides the infusion of cash?
Well, I think when you look at Starbucks, listen, they're a $28 billion brand globally. They're about $18 billion here in the States. It gives them a couple things. One, they can focus on their cafe business. Their cafe business has been doing great over the last couple years. It's been growing high single digits, low double digits. So certainly now senior management can more focus on growing that core part of their business. But I think beyond that, it gives them continued entree into the retail market, right? And so with Nestle's distribution, with their brand building capabilities, Starbucks can, really be enabled to grow in the grocery store. It gives them entree into the European market as well, and some of the Asian markets where Nestle is a lot stronger and where they have strong distribution. And so I think from Starbucks' perspective, it's a win on multiple levels as well. I think both companies come out ahead in this deal.
All right, this, of course, follows another big deal in the coffee world, JAB Holdings' acquisition of, you mentioned the K-Cups, Keurig Green Mountain. Why is coffee so hot right now, so to speak?
Well, I think when you look at coffee, I mean, JAB certainly has been rolling up coffee with Keurig Green Mountain and just recently with Panera Bread and Krispy Kreme and Einstein Bagels and all sorts of coffee-related restaurant chains. So we're really starting to see 2 or 3, probably 4 big coffee players emerge, right? You've got the Smuckers and Kraft Heinz brands, more legacy brands, and then you've got Starbucks, which clearly is on a growth trajectory. And you've got JAB, which has put a huge amount of money behind Keurig and behind all of these restaurant brands. And so those 4 really are going to duke it out. But I think in the end, JAB and now with Nescafe and with Nestle buying the Starbucks packaged business, I think those 2 are really the ones fighting it out. And coffee is something that's highly penetrated across the globe. It's probably the #1 beverage, worldwide, and it's not only a breakfast beverage, but it's it really crosses all day parts. And certainly those specialty coffees are really growing, particularly in restaurants. So I think coffee is just a beverage that has worldwide appeal, and it's something that we're seeing a lot of big money players really pursuing to build portfolios in this area.
Sounds like a safe bet. David Henke is joining us. Thank you so much, David. Good to meet you.